He is the resource person to convert NPTEL courses in Gujarati language. He has more than 30 years of teaching experience and has guided many UG, PG, and PhD students. Uh, on behalf of management, principal, and faculty members, I welcome you, sir, for this session. Now you can take over, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for introducing myself. Actually, I am just a colleague like you. I am working as an associate professor and I am amongst you. Although I am having, as the organizer has told, Sai Priya Madam has told, this much paper, this much UGPG projects, but it is again a part of a duty that we have to perform. So I am feeling that I am one of you, so don't hesitate to ask anything to me during my session. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me at any time. Now let us start with our presentation. Before that, I am thankful to the organizing committee for inviting me to take the session on the tools for the conducting effective research and presenting whatever I have some knowledge to share. So let us start our presentation. So whether screen is visible? Anybody can
Yes, sir.
answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Anybody can answer. Right. So I will try to make this session interactive. I will try to have some conversation with you. So the topic is tools for conducting the effective research. So ultimately, during this 8 days national level FDP, you are going to have the knowledge of different types of, you can say, the topics. My topic is tools for conducting effective research. Now, before we start the session, actually, I just try to have the look at on this saying. So kindly go through it. I am giving you 1 minute. Just go through it. In Hindi, it is written, मनुष्य अपने विश्वास से निर्मित होता है, जैसा वह विश्वास करता है वैसा वह बन जाता है. And in English, actually, it is made by his belief. As he believes, so he is. So that quote I have taken from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And anybody can say me what is the exact meaning of this? Anybody? They can unmute yourself. And anyone. Anyone can unmute yourself and tell me what is the exact meaning of this.
If we believe, we can achieve, sir.
Yes, very good. So very good. So the thing is that if we believe in ourselves, right, we can achieve anything. So if I will say, whatever the, you can say, well-known saying is that nothing is impossible. I think that is derived from this Bhagavad Gita. That is, nothing is impossible for a mankind. So that is derived from the Bhagavad Gita. Now, my outline is the research, effective research. That will be the introduction part. Then tools for conducting, tools for effective research, and mainly focusing on the digital tool for the effective research. Now let us take the research. So this is what I have asked to the Google. What is the research? So Google has given me this answer. Google has given me two things. One is noun, another is the verb. So verb is okay. That is doing something, right? That is an activity. Now as a noun, what is that? A detailed and careful study of something to find out more information about. So ultimately research is what? It is nothing but a detailed and careful study about anything. So when I ask the same thing to the Wikipedia, so nowadays actually we use this thing, Google, and another one is the Wikipedia to get the knowledge. And what is that? Research is a creative and systematic work. So here we have to focus on that. First thing is a creative, another one is the systematic work undertaken to increase the knowledge. So ultimately it is the thing to increase our knowledge, but it should be creative first thing, and second thing, it is to be the systematic. Now, next one is the types of research. So again, I have asked to the Google. Now, what are the types of research? So Google has given me the many types of research. It can be the quantitative, qualitative, descriptive, and correlational or something. So that is nowadays the branch of research has so many horizons. There maybe the research can be in any type of research may be there. Now, let us focus on the effective research. Whom do you call an effective research? So again, it is a systematic planning and setting time-based realistic objectives. So again, it is we have to plan it systematically, first thing, and time-based objectives. Now, objective means it should be realistic objectives, not only objective. Implementation of feasible research methods. Again, they have written the feasible, mean it should be feasible, achievable. Next one is the conduct the research, and the next is the present or communicate as per the international standard. So what is the effective research? So whatever the plan you have made, whatever the realistic objectives you have made, whatever the feasible research methodology you have implemented, whatever the result you have obtained, that is okay. But the important part is that we have to present or communicate our results, research results, as per the international standard. So that is the main thing. It is a part of a effective research. I think let us take the example of our ancient Ayurveda, ancient, you can say, day-to-day life activities. Clear? So we know that we have the Susrut, which was the, you can say, main, you can say, have the research in the medicine side, but we don't have any proof. So that is what you can say, we have to present it as per the international standards. See, we have so many rituals, we have so many, you can say, applications where we use Ayurveda, where we use our uh, traditional knowledge for our health, for our well-being, but actually it was not properly documented or may not be available due to some reasons, due to invasion of the, you can say, Mughals or any other. So ultimately, if we have done any of the research, anything, we have to present it as per the international standard. So that is the main part, which we are going to focus on, that how we can present or communicate our research, or what are the tools for the communicating the effective research as per the international standard. Now, this is the, you can say, different topics. As I think you are undergoing this 8-day seminar, these are the different topics, that seminar and project funding, nuance in applying for the grants, and all these things. So that is again, as I am saying, I am thankful to the organizing committee member and convener and coordinator to select the topic properly, so that the participant can have idea about all the topics, all the, you can say, relevant information related to the funding, research, and writing paper and proposals, research methodology. So these all are the, you can say, topics that you are going to study or learn during this 8-day seminar, 8-day FDP. Now, effective research. If I will say the effective research, it has the two dimensions. One is the academic, another one is the research grant and consultation. So if we can use the effective research, particularly in mainly two area. One is for academics. Now, what are that academics? That is the writing PG thesis. I am not going to the deep UG level. So that is the writing PG thesis, writing proposal for PhD, writing review paper, writing research paper, selecting journal also for that, writing synopsis, writing PhD thesis. So all these are, you can say, the applications where we can use the effective research. Now, it is the application, but it should be as per the international standard. We have to use the academic writing principles. So whatever we are going to write, PG thesis or PhD thesis, it should be according to the academic writing principles. We should have the ethical writing and ethics in publication. So that is the thing, but you can say as per the international standard. Now, next one is, as we have discussed, it is the research grant and consultancy. For that also we require the effective research. And what are our activities in that? Selecting funding agency, writing proposal for the funding agency, preparing presentation, writing review paper in that, writing research paper, writing or submitting the annual report for the, you can say, research grant and consultancy. And last one is the writing or submitting the final report. So at all level, we must have the effective research as per the international standard. It means we must follow the academic writing principles. It should be ethics in the writing and ethics in the publication. So at every stage, we require the international standard level. Now let us come to the next. That is, what are the tools for effective research? So now, until now, we have studied what is the use of the, or what is the application of the effective research, where we can apply the knowledge of effective research. Okay? Now, what are the tools if we have to carry out effective or meaningful research? What are the tools? So tools again broadly can be classified into two categories. One is the manual tool, and or manual, or you can say traditional tool, and the next one is the digital tool. Now let us see what is the manual tool. So manual tool is nothing but you can say, use the example that I have given. We have to visit the library and spend hours in searching and finding out most relevant information or research paper or the things. And then we have to organize, store and referencing data was another challenge. It means whatever the data we have collected from the library, that we have to organize it, store it, and we have to reference it accordingly. So that is the manual method, or you can say traditional method. And what are the disadvantage of that nowadays? It is a time consuming method. It is a labor intensive because we require the more labor, and then the limited in scope. So we were searching journals and it is not available in library. Then we have to search in other college. We have to ask to the friends. So all these are the, you can say, limited in scope that we can get the material from the library. So that is the thing, but a manual tool. That traditional tool. Next one is a digital tool. Now let us give the example. Online tool offers a plenty of information and the resources at the fingertip. Means if you use the online tool, that is a online general subscription, online data available, then we can get all the information at the fingertip at our location. We are not required to visit the library also. We are not required to visit any other else also. We can get all the information at our fingertip. Then next one is with the option to search and access with a few clicks, it helps to boost our efficiency and effectiveness for the research work. Because we are not exhausted in collecting data. We have collected data in a simple format or easily. So it is a boost efficiency. And when if we require any another material at the in between the research, then we are not again supposed to go to the library of other college or other places. We are having online tools, so we can collect the information at the intermediate level also. And therefore, the digital tool is not a time consuming, it is not labor intensive, and it is having not limited scope. It is having the full scope of doing the research. It means, as the sketch is there, if we have effort, but if we use the wrong tool, then we are not going to get the result. So if we are going for the research, effective research, and if we are not using the correct tool, if we are using the wrong tool, then we are not going to get the correct result or the result as per our desire. So we have to use we have to go use the correct tool for our efforts to get the correct result for our effective research. So digital tools can help simplify, accelerate, and optimize various stages of the research journey. So ultimately, the digital tools are very important, are you can say advantageous to the researcher in simplifying, accelerate, and optimize our research journey at various stages of our research. Now, what are the digital tools? So digital tools can be applied in this category. All these places, all these scenarios, we can use the digital tools. What are that? Planning and management of the research project, literature survey, data collection and analysis, reference management, plagiarism, editing and paraphrasing, or collaboration and communication. Means digital tool can be useful, can be implemented at every stage of our effective research, means every stage. And important part is that due to it is a digital tool, it is available online and globally available. It follows the international standard. It is as per the academic writing principle. It give us the you can say one step ahead in ethical writing and ethics in the publication. So that is the, you can say, main advantage, that it is as per the international standard and ethical writing. So actually I am giving you this, that whatever the effective research are there, it should be as per the international standard, and it should be as per the academic writing principles, or ethical in the writing or publication. So actually what is that? So let us take one example, or let us have a one video of 7 minutes. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and in today's
Okay. So it video is visible or audio is available? Anybody? Anybody?
Right now the audio stopped, sir. Video is also stopped. It's visible,
Okay.
but
Okay. Now,
lesson, I'll explain 12.
so
yes.
audible to
Yes,
all.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Could you make it a little louder?
Okay. So I will make it louder.
Common errors that students make in academic English. Now, what's academic English? It's the English that you need to use in school, college, or university when you're reading, writing, listening, and speaking, okay, ideally, but most importantly, when you're writing. Now, what's the difference between academic English and general English? Well, academic English in general, there are many differences, but in general, academic English is more formal, it's more objective, and also it has to use a lot of referencing. You always have to let people know where you got your information from. You have to cite the source. You have to give the source. You can't claim to write something and claim it as your own. Okay, if you do that, that's called plagiarism. It's a very serious offense in academic circles. But today, we're not going to talk about how to reference a source. We're going to talk about the two other aspects, how to write more formally and objectively. And what are the 10 common errors that students make when they are not formal enough? Okay, sorry, not 10, 12. Okay, here we go. So first of all, using contractions. All of these are what you should not do. Okay, so avoid using contractions. Or, sorry, in this case, don't use contractions at all. So don't say don't, say do not. Don't say isn't, say is not. All right, that's academic English. Next, avoid phrasal verbs. So for example, instead of saying go up, prices went up, say prices increased. Instead of saying take away, say remove. Avoid these multi-part verbs, all right? It's not as formal. Next, avoid idioms. Instead of saying it was A1, say it was excellent, right? Avoid slang. Don't say kids, say children. Use the proper terminology for various subjects. Avoid pronouns. So for example, instead of saying, you can see from the graph, all right? We use the pronoun you. Instead of that, say, the graph shows, right? Next, avoid negatives. For example, instead of saying something is not effective, just say it is ineffective. Instead of saying something is not positive, say it's negative. So avoid these kind of negatives. Next, avoid cliches. Now, what are cliches? Cliches are a kind of idiom, basically, commonly used expressions, all right? And so on, kind of a common wisdom about different things. And so you want to avoid these kind of expressions. For example, instead of saying, when all is said and done, right? We use that in conversation, but you don't want to use it in your academic writing. Instead of saying that, you'd probably use an expression like in conclusion, right? So next, there's certain kinds of punctuation. There's actually lots of rules about punctuation. And the kind of punctuation, the style of punctuation that you use in academic writing depends on the style guide that you have been asked to follow in your school, college, or university. Some very well-known style guides are the MLA or APA. These are certain style guides, and they tell you everything about how you need to write, what rules you need to follow, what are the rules of punctuation, of quotation marks, of this and that, okay? A lot more than what I'm covering here. But in general, I can just tell you that we don't see that many exclamation marks in academic writing, okay? We do see a lot of semicolons, all right? That's kind of, when do we use a semicolon? Do you remember? Okay, what's the difference between a period and a semicolon? A period clearly divides two sentences, and a semicolon has one sentence, which is a complete sentence. Then you put the semicolon, you do not capitalize the next letter, and the next sentence is connected, and you want to show that it's connected to the first sentence, which is a very academic, intellectual, philosophical thing to do. So learn to use semicolons if you're in university, especially. Next, avoid vague language. Don't say a bit, a lot, kind of, sort of. The days for using that kind of language is over once the days are over once you've reached university, right? So instead of that, say a considerable number, a considerable amount. Okay, that's why sometimes they say that you can tell when someone has been to university because they use higher level language, which doesn't mean that you cannot use higher level language if you have not been to university. You can still learn to use excellent language. Next, simple vocabulary. Don't use simple vocabulary. You want to use slightly more sophisticated vocabulary. Instead of saying a big difference, say a major distinction. Okay? Now, this is academic. Next, avoid giving your personal opinion. Okay? In academic circles, they're not so keen on knowing your opinion. Don't say, I think, I believe, in my view. Instead of that, say, according to so-and-so, according to this research study, and you mentioned this particular research study, you have to always give credit to the source. Where did you get your information? Who wrote that book? What happened? Okay, you have this various styles and ways in which you can mention that information, but you must always give credit to the source and don't really give your opinion unless it's specifically asked for in a particular assignment. Okay? And last, don't use language which is too direct or too strong, because then maybe it cannot be justified. So you can't make very broad claims about anything. You have to be able to justify anything that you write, especially. Okay? So in other words, in academic English, your goal is to speak like your professor and write like your textbook. And if you can do that, then you're probably going to do very well in the academic world and also out there in your career. Okay? If you'd like to do a quiz on this.
So that was actually a short video about the academic writing principle. So whenever we have to write, whether it is a PhD thesis, whether it's a research proposal, whether it is a consultancy proposal, whether it is a interim report, whether it is an annual report or a final report, we should follow these academic writing principles, which makes our research or research writing as per the international standard. So that was you can say, regarding the academic writing principle. Let us have one example. So this is what generally we write. The results are as we expected. The model fits very well with the data points as indicated by the R-square values of 0.32 shown in the table 1 above. So here Can anybody tell me which word it is required to be avoided and it is to be replaced with another word? Anybody? Anybody can say which word is required to be rewrite as per the academic writing principles?
The word we.
We. Okay, that is one thing. So actually, you are right, but something missing. That is, results are as we expected. Means we cannot expect anything as it is told in the video. Don't give your opinion. I think, as in my opinion, no. It is results are agree with the published or theoretical values. Means here we are not required to give our expectation or our thinking. We are required to compare our results either with the published literature or with the theoretical value. So that is the actually something we have to change. And online tool helps in carrying writing our academic writings in a proper manner. That is the international standard. Now, next one is the ethics in publication or ethical writing. Now, what is that? What is the ethics? So, I will give you short introduction. It is not actually in a deep. So, to ensure that all work submitted is authentically theirs or yours, researchers. To acknowledge fully and correctly the work and idea of others. And it was said in the video also, we are required to ensure first thing, whatever the work we are submitting, it is only of us that we have done. Second thing, we have to acknowledge everything correctly. Third thing, to review our work again and again to identify any passage or any computer software or data, photograph or any other materials requires acknowledgement. And last one is to check our work using the plagiarism software. Again, it is an online tool available, so digital tool for effective research. So this is how we can say that whether our writing of international standard and ethics in writing, it is possible mainly through the digital tool which is available online. So now, tools for effective research, as we have discussed, right? So all these are the different tools as it is a planning and management of the research project, right? And these all are the different tools in the right-hand side image. That is the literature survey tool, writing assistant tool, grammar and paraphrasing tool, citation tools, quantity or data tool, data qualitative tool, or productivity. So there are number of digital tools are available online. Some are free to use, some are required the subscriptions. Clear? So now there are, let us take the one example. First one is the planning and management of research projects. So if we have the research project, maybe our PhD research or any other consultation or the minor research project or a major research project, we can have the planning and management of research, and it is available free online tools. Free online project templates are also available. Now, what are the advantages of that using tool? To manage and organize the research work, to keep the track of task completion, how much task is completed, setting deadlines. I mean, this task should be completed by this line, and it will give us the alarm. Okay, yes, we have to complete this task within this time. And the important part is just having everything in one place. Means when we are doing either any research work or whether a PhD research work or any other research work, the problem is that we have to move here and then we have to look for the data where I have kept that data. I know that data is with me, but where it is available, when, in which drive, in which folder I have placed. So if we are using this online tool, then we can have all the data in one place. And what are the different online tools available? That is the Trello, again PRO, Evernote, and My Research Project. So these are the some of the research online tool available for planning and management of the research project. Now let us take a one you can say example why just having everything in one place is very important. So I am sharing a link in the chat box. I have shared one link in the chat box that is the Learn Tool Info 5S game. I am opening that also. This is the screen that you are going to get. Now, this is an online game to understand the importance of everything in a proper place. Before you start, actually, you have to play this game. It is of 2 minutes measurably. All of you are required to click this and open this window. In this, when you start, so before you start your game, let me explain you what is the game. So when you will press the start button, right, you will find the numbers 1 to 50 on the screen, and we have to click on the number 1 to 50 in a sequence, and you will be given 30 seconds, right? And then there will be a second part, that is a, you can say, second criteria, second level, then third level, and fourth level. So up to fourth level you have to play the game, clear? And at last they will show you the window. Okay, what was the result in the first phase, second phase, third phase, and fourth phase. So I request all the participants to play the game by clicking the start. Everybody, are you open to this link? Everybody? Is it possible to open the link and get this screen?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Then you press the start and start playing that game. And when you get the result, right, then I am going to ask the question. I hope you are playing the game. It is in level 1, 2, 3, 4, and each level of 30 seconds. Kindly play the game, and once it is over, you can write your results. There will be result up to some number in 4 level. You can write your result in the textbook also, so that I will understand. Okay, yes. So the result will be in this manner, I think, if you have gone through it. So this, I have shared one of the result in my chat box. It is at 6, 14, 30, 50. I think anybody was, those who have done, gone through the played the game, kindly share your result. At least one. What result you have obtained after playing the game. Anybody? Yes. I think Nitya Kalyani have got the message. The answer is 4, 10, 18, 38. Anybody else? Okay, anybody? Those who are going to get the answer, no matter. Chalo. Am I? Am I audible? Anybody? Actually, I am not getting any answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So I have got the response from the Vishal, also from mathematics department, from Bhanupriya, that score is 0, 6, 12, 30. Another is a 2, 7, 30 to 47. So anybody can tell me why in the first level it was 0 or 2 and another thing it was 47. Can you tell me? In last,
The data is better organized.
yes, the important, I got this answer from the Nitya madam that yes, data was properly organized. We know what we have to do and it was organized accordingly, and therefore we are able to reach to the score 47 or 30 or any else. It means if our data are well organized, well properly arranged, then it is increasing our efficiency, it is increasing our output towards the research project. So that was the actually the main part that I wanted to communicate, that research project template or the planning and management of research project tool are very important. As far as the faculty members or the researchers to whom I in contact with, actually they are not using or very less are using this tool, but it is very helpful to use this kind of tool in our planning and management of the research project. Let us go to the next tool, and that is nothing but the literature survey tool. So if you have to carry out the effective research, we are required to search what has been already published, what has been already done, and that is known as the literature survey. And for that, we have to use the different search engines. Yeah. Why we require search engines? For relevant scientific informations, we use it is required to use keywords to find the access and read the most relevant research, and there are number of search engines are available: Google Scholar, R Discovery, and Scoopers. So all the search engines we are required to explore properly as per the keywords of our research project and use in our research journey. Next one is the data collection and analysis tool. So if we are going for any research, we require to collect the data, we require to get the result, and then we have to do the analysis.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, am I audible?
You're audible, sir, but your presentation is not on screen.
Not screen. Let me just check. Okay. Let me share the screen again. I will stop sharing and screen again. Entire screen. Okay. Share. So now it is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Sorry. So let me just give you again whatever I. Yes, literature survey. So as we have discussed again, it is searching for the relevant scientific information, and it uses the keyword. So we are required to use the proper keyword for searching the relevant scientific information related to our research area. And there are number of tools as we have discussed. That is the Google Scholar, Discovery, Scoopers, Web of Science data, and number of data are available for research survey. And these all are available online at our fingertip. And we can, using our mobile, using our laptop, we can search all this data and we can use our, you can say, scientific information to begin with. So next one is the data collection and data analysis. So a series of charts maps, diagrams are required to be designed to collect that and to interpret and to present the data. It means whatever the research we have carried out, it should be based on some data. And after research, we have got some results. So that data and results are to be analyzed and presented in a proper form. And for that, number of resources are available. Now, online resources, we are not required to use our Excel sheet and then enter the data and get the different types of select the different types of chart and then accordingly set the x-axis value, y-axis value and something. No, it is already available. Whatever the link I have, I'm here. See, I go to the link. I think my screen is visible. That is browser is visible, I think. Yes, yes. So you can just see data collection and analysis tool. So it is a data analysis, charts and diagrams. Whether there you will find out number of charts. Right? There is a box and whisker chart. If you click it, then there will be a sample data where you can feed your data and you will get the directly chart. Check sheet, control chart, design of experiment chart, histogram, scatter, stratification survey, and you can have direct template, Excel template, in which you have to just enter your data and get the chart ready without doing anything. So there is a box and whisker plot, check sheet plot, control chart, everything chart with the tools. That is the Excel sheets templates are available. So these tools are available to present our data, whatever the result we have obtained, we can present in a proper chart format easily. So that is, you can say, data collection. If we have the time, we can go to the Excel Excel sheets, how it is useful to us, right? Next one is reference management. I think now my presentation is visible again. Anybody? Yes. Okay, okay. So reference management means whenever we are writing any research paper, review paper, ME thesis, PhD thesis, or you can say consultancy project report or anything, we are required to give citation and reference to each and every work we have utilized. And for that, we are required to have good reference management system. Because the thing is that uh, when we have cited one paper at particular paragraph, now we can come to know that yes, now this paper we are required to write in the next. So our reference number will change 122, 223 or like that. And as we change the paragraph, the location of paragraph, the citation will change. And if it is manual using only word, it will be very difficult to have to manage the reference. So reference management tools are time-saving tools. They create a library of articles. Number, whatever the articles are there, it will be in a particular place, organized manner. To format reference, detect duplicate entries, and replace incomplete reference. To share articles, and to link correctly source and citing reference. So reference management tools are very important in our research journey. And some of the tools are Jotero, Mendeley, and EndNote. If I will say about, sorry, if I will say about the Mendeley, yes, I think my browser is visible to you now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So if I will go for the Mendeley, right, you will find out the first reference, that is the Mendeley reference management software. If you will open it, clear? So they will give you this screen, and that you can download also. If you, it is a free software. It is not having any subscriptions. If I will go for this download, I have the facility to download for Windows, download for the Mac OS, download for the Linux, and it is also downloadable in the Google Google Play. That is, you can Android application is also possible. So you can do everything online using your desktop, laptop, or a mobile. It a mobile. So if you will download it and then if you will run it, it will be embedded as a one of the tool in a Microsoft Word. So this Mendeley can be clubbed with the Microsoft Word, and it will have an advantage of writing a reference list in any style, whether it is APS style, IEEE style, MLA style, or anything, automatically without doing anything. If you want to move our citation from 1 to 2, 2 to 1, it will be done automatically without doing anything. So if we have time, later we will move that part also. We will do that case study also. So now come back to my presentation. Whether it is visible now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Okay. Now this is just the introduction about the end note, Mendele, and the Zotero. And these all are the, you can say, number of reference management. I have given you the example of Mendele, but there are number of tools are available. All these are listed here. You can use anyone, and majority of reference management tools are free version. That is not requiring any subscription, and you can club with the word also, editing and paraphrasing tool. So AI powered online tool that can automatically rewrite text. So whenever we are writing our PhD thesis or anything, we are required to edit and paraphrase, because we cannot copy or we cannot use the same word as it is being utilized in the previous paper or the referencing paper. So this online tool will give us the advantage of converting that tool using the AI, that is artificial intelligence, in our academic writing format. It is often used to improve our writing and to make the text more formal, more fluent, or more concise, as we have seen in the video also. So these tools help us in writing our thesis or anything as per the academic international standard. So paraphrasing is an essential skill in academic writing and professional communication. Some of the tools that I have listed is Quillbot, Grammarly, and WordTube. Grammarly can be downloaded freely, and it can be embedded with the Microsoft Word. So when you type anything in a Word, Grammarly will automatically show this sentence required some modification. This is the paraphrasing required. Everything will be shown by the Grammarly. Plagiarism. So it uses the advanced database software to scan for the matches between the text and existing text. So whatever the research paper thesis we have prepared, it is to be checked for the similarity. And plagiarism online software tools are available to scan whatever the material I have prepared and what is the similarity between the existing material available online. So there are also commercial plagiarism checkers available to check work before submitting, and some of our Turnitin, Authenticate, or Urkut. Majority of these plagiarism softwares are on the subscription basis. I think your university, your college must have subscribed that, but it is on the subscription basis. And online tools are available, but it checks up to only 100 words or 200 words, or it is a limited, you can say, scope, limited database. But for advanced database, we have to use this much software, which is again a subscribe mode only. We have to pay something. Journal selection tool, that is most important tool. If we have prepared our research paper, maybe review paper or any other paper, we are required to select the journal properly. So number of scholarly journals are there around it, and new upcoming every year. Every year new journals are coming up with the titles more broad, but we are required to select the best journal for our research paper, and that is one of the most critical tasks. See, I'll give you the example. I am having one paper I have published. I have presented in international conference, and then the conference asked that your paper will be published in a journal which is Web of Science, and I said, okay, very good, right? And the journal I looked, that the name of the journal they have given, it was related to the you can say animal journey or animal you can say area. In that animal history or animal research area journal, that area of journal was animal journey, animal area. And in that journal, which was a Web of Science journal, but in that journal my paper they have selected. Then I said no, I don't want publication in that journal because it is not the area of that journal. How can I give my paper to that, because it is not my area. So that is what it is important to select the best journal, because if it is a proper journal, proper area journal, then it will give us more citation rather than the any other. And number of journal finder tools are available. Every publisher has their journal finder tool. That is Elsevier, Springer, Wiley, Global Journal Database, Cooper's Journal Finder, Taylor and Francis. So you just don't have to do anything. You have to just select Elsevier Journal Finder tool. Then they will give you the link. And on that link, you have to write your keywords or area of research. They will give you the list of the journal. Collaboration and communication. So they are the apps or softwares or any platforms that help us to work together. So whenever a collaborative research work, a research project or consultancy project is going on, we are required to have the partners, or you can say units of different colleges, different universities, different across the globe. So when we have to work in that area, in that consultancy project, in that research project, we are required to have the software platform for collaboration and communication. It helps to get the work together and more effectively and efficiently. And what are that collaboration and communication tools? These are the Microsoft Teams, Google Workspace, and Trello. I think that is very specific tool. Mainly, it may not be useful for our PhD research work, but it will be useful for the major research project or a consultancy project when it is a multi-institutional, multi-university, and multi, you can say, continent, across the continent, different colleges are there. So all these are the references that I have included in my presentation. Any questions related to this? Anyone? Related to the tools?
Sir,
Yes. Yes, yes.
the embedded tools you mentioned, which you can embed in Microsoft Word,
Yes.
will there be an option, for example, to not use it because one does also other kinds of writing? Will it format everything in the style sheet that we choose for the research project?
See, one of the two tools I have told that it can be embedded with the Microsoft Word. One was the Mendeley. Right?
Yes.
That was a reference management tool.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with your project layout, project thing, types of project or anything. It helps us to only and only organize the citation and reference. Let us have an example.
Grammarly, on the other hand, deals with the body text, right?
Grammarly, again, see one thing.
Sorry, sir. Sorry. Let me rephrase my question. Can I turn it on and off?
Yes, it is nothing but yes.
Okay.
You can turn on Grammarly as and when you require. You can turn off Grammarly as and when you require. Similarly, you can turn on and off both the things. That is the Mendeley also. Whenever you require, whenever you don't require.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, right. So that was a raised hand from the Ravichandran sir. Please ask your question. Ravichandran sir. Hey, Ravichandran sir. I think not. Okay. So, actually, as I am discussing, all these tools, whether I have told that project management tool or reference management tool, or you can say plagiarism tool, all, if I have to explain all these tools individually, it requires 1 hour for each tool. If I have to explain you the Mendeley, it will take actually minimum 1 hour to show how the Mendeley can be clubbed with the Microsoft Word, how it is useful for the referencing, how it is useful for the citation. So, but in this presentation, actually, I have covered all kind of tools which you can use and in your research project, research work. And another thing, all these tools are not so difficult. We have to just try ourselves to be familiar with that tools so that it can be used in our project easily. Similarly, if I will give the one example, generally I give that example. When we were started our academic journey, I think in lower KG, upper KG, UKG, VKG, whatever we say, and we must have written nowadays on the notebook only. In previous, it was a plate. We have written one, or you can say one, two, three, four number of times. How many times you have written? Let me give you one question. How many times you have written one when your academic journey started? Can anybody remember? You can write in the chat box also. Do you remember how many times you have written one when you were in lower KG or upper KG? Or A, B, C, D?
A lot of times we can't remember the number exactly.
Yes, that is what I am saying. That now we are master. When I am sleeping, then I have been told you have to write one. I will write one lightly, nothing doing. I know, right? So that is why I am telling all the tools are easy. Just we are required to use it one or two times, not the number of times as we have written ABCD or 1, 2, 3. If we are trying to use it one or two times, it will be implemented easily by ourselves. So clear. So we are required to just use this software and get acquainted, so it will be useful in our research project. Any other question? Now, if Ravichandran sir is there, they can ask your question. No questions. Clear. So I think now I am completing my presentation, handing over the session to the organizer.
Participants, is there any queries? I think we can wind up the session.
Yeah.
So it's my pleasure to extend my heartfelt thanks to the resource person for today's session, Dr. Neeraj K. Chavda. The details on research, especially effective research, has focused on all aspects to really make an effective research. Also, there's emphasis on planning and management, data analysis, editing, paraphrasing, literature survey. Uh, he has given almost all the details that is required for making a good research. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you soon on another event like this. Thank you so much. And also, I thank all the participants for today's session for patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you once again, organizing committee and convener of the FDP.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So can I leave now?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Okay.
Participants, the feedback link is given in the chat box. Kindly please fill it up.